It's time now to introduce the boxers. We begin in the blue corner, wearing white shorts trimmed with orange and black. He brings to the ring a perfect professional record of 18 wins from 18 contests. 4 wins coming by way of knockout. He weighed in at 9 stone, 8 pounds, 8 ounces. Originally from Afghanistan, now based in Bradford, Hurricane Hamid Ghaz! And his opponent across the ring in the red corner, wearing red shorts trimmed with white, he weighed in at 9 stone, 8 pounds, 13 ounces. His professional record reads 17 contests, 16 wins and just 1 defeat, 6 wins coming by way of knockout. He's a former undefeated English featherweight champion and British title challenger, the fighting pride of Doncaster, Reece Mould! Referee Ron Kearney will now give both boxers their final instructions.
And here we go, the main event of the evening. I'm excited about this fight.
Yep, real exciting fight this one. Reece Mould is proven. We've seen him box at a certain level. Hamid Ghaz not competed at that level, but this is his chance. It's coming of age fight. A lot on the line here.
And what a turnout
This
still.
is 10
the last fight
rounds
of the
to
night.
vacant English and
I feel like everything's still
WBA
set.
Continental Europe
Place is packed.
lightweight titles.
It's
Honestly,
packed.
you know, sometimes with the main events, we've had some good ticket sellers on the card.
Yeah.
But I feel like people have stayed and supporting Hamid Ghaz.
I feel like people have jibbed in, mate. I think there's too many seats gone. I'm sure there's people sitting on each other's laps.
Izzy's probably taking £20 in the back door, getting a few more
Second
tickets.
round.
He's trying to get our wages out there.
But very interesting fight right now. You've got the 16-1 Reece Mould, maybe coming into it as the favourite against the unbeaten 18-0 Hamid Ghaz.
Yeah, Hamid Ghaz though is a slippery campaigner, knows his way around the ring. Like I say, he's built up a good record. He's not maybe competed at the level that Mould has, but that doesn't mean to say that he can't. You know, that's why I say it's a bit of a coming of age fight for Ghaz. They feel that this is the time. You know, Reece Mould is heavy-handed, lets the shots go, likes to sit in the trenches, and both guys not feeling it out here in this first round.
No feeling out mission here. I feel like Hamid Ghaz taking the centre of the ring more than I expected straight away in the first round. He had a good win against Liam Shinkwin. Liam Shinkwin of Luton, I believe, up these ways, up in Sheffield. But Reece Mould, probably the more tested, the more tried fighter. Probably been in some harder fights at a higher level. So it'll be interesting to see how Ghaz really puts his identity on the fight.
Absolutely. You know, Liam Shinkwin, a guy that I know very well, trains out of my gym sometimes, and you know, he's a tough campaigner, been around a long time. Family were fighting family, and yep, he won that fight in 3 rounds. Didn't see the fight, but that's an impressive victory, that, because Shinkwin's a tough campaigner, so it tells you where Ghaz is at. I was expecting something good, and he started this fight very well. He started on the front foot, and he's trying to take the play away from Reece Mould, who normally comes forward. He's normally the aggressor, but Ghaz has come with some tactics, got caught with a shot there. Did we see the legs just do a little wobble?
There was a couple of sharp, spiteful shots thrown by Reece Mould in response to Hamid Ghaz's pressure there. Just as it came in, I was about to say I'm surprised at the way the two fighters are matching up. But if Hamid Ghaz isn't careful, he's going to walk onto a big one of these shots. I think he's leaving a lot of openings trying to close the distance.
Yeah, I agree with you there. You know, Ghaz is the guy that's normally the technician of the two. You know, his record would suggest that. You know, he's normally the guy that sort of picks his shots. He's a little bit slippery, but he's chosen
a solid short right hand there. Round the side.
Chose the tactics of stalking forward against Reece Mould, and Mould's like, yes please, that's my game.
Oh, he doesn't have to think about finding him. He's actually finding that he's edging back, holding his feet, and just throwing as soon as he's in front of him, I think. this fight right now is definitely favouring Reece Mould. I'm favouring his work here in the opening stanza of the bout.
Yep, both guys trading just right above us there. Ghaz landing a good shot to the body. Mould come back with a good shot of his own. Good action here.
He lifts his head up though to end the first round. Hamid Ghaz, and that was a good first round.
Yeah, very good round. Both guys having their success. Hamid Ghaz there didn't expect those sort of tactics. He's obviously trying to take the play away from Reece Mould. He may have sensed something that Lee Wood done back in 2021 when Lee Wood won that contest. Like you said, Mould had his moments in that fight. Ghaz is taking a big risk by pushing forward, trying to take the fight to Mould, who he knows heavy-handed, likes to be there, likes to sit in the pocket and likes to get off with those shots.
A very experienced corner in for Team Mould. Maybe a bit more of an unknown corner for Ghaz. Got Josh Warrington sat just at ringside as well. I think they've got ringside a few meters closer. Josh Warrington.
Yeah, I'm telling you, mate.
He's getting closer and closer each fight.
Seconds out, round 2.
I suppose Josh can sit where he wants in these parts of town,
listen,
around these parts of town.
You know that, mate. Bit like you. you're like royalty up here, mate. You're adopted home. Been up here for what, 8 years now?
Reece Mould lifts Ghaz's head straight up there with that little long jab, long lead hand, and more corkscrew than a jab, in fact, if anything.
Yeah. Nice little shot, yeah, turned the jab into an uppercut, long range, landed the shot well.
Good body shot, maybe a little dip of the knees again from Ghaz. I don't know how he's reacting to some of these shots from Reece Mould. That was a bit low. See him complaining, look at us if we're the judges, Sven.
Yeah, do you know what? Mould's the one that seems to carry the power here. You know, he's, big left hook.
So he's rocked him a bit there.
Yeah, Ghaz just felt the weight of that.
But he looks to push forward, look. His instant response to getting maybe buzzed, maybe just caught with a shot, is put the pressure on. Show him that he's not hurt. An interesting tactic, to say the least. But he believes in his physicality.
Again. I don't like Ghaz's tactics here, I'm not going to lie, mate.
Oh, his legs have gone. His legs have gone.
Yeah,
he's holding up, the ref's having a look.
Taking some big shots,
Good
body shot goes in as well. Good work, he's just waiting for the opening here.
Ghaz trying to fight back. I'd be trying to cover up and make some space between the two fighters.
Agree, he's playing Russian roulette here, he's taking a gamble.
It looks like he's only got one plan. He's got to stand in front of him and have it out.
Left hook again from Mould. Mould, a big right hand. Ghaz takes that shot well this time, but the more effective shots coming from Mould again. Combination.
He's landing
left hook.
His legs have gone again. His legs have gone.
This is bad tactics here from Ghaz. He's in trouble.
He's
and
trying
he's
to tough
still
it out.
standing his ground.
He's trying to tough it out. He's staying in front of him, but these shots are more regularly getting through the guard. Great
Left
shot
hook
from Ghaz,
again.
though. Come round the side. I don't know how clean it landed, but it goes up. His head goes up. He backs up again. Reece Mould finding some heavy shots. He's putting the power on. Maybe trying to give the referee an excuse to stop it.
I tell you what, he's close here. Ghaz is in trouble.
Ghaz is fighting back, though. He's throwing back.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Sonny, he's fighting on empty here, mate. He's fighting on heart. He's fighting on determination, but the legs have stiffened. Hence why he's lying back on those ropes. Tactically, he's got it wrong. Mould wants him there. He wants him in the pocket.
Ghaz's legs still look a bit unsteady for me as he's coming forward.
They do.
It only seems like a matter of time for me before a solid shot lands. A good body shot comes in from Mould. Some return work, but for his troubles, he gets caught again, and his legs seem to go that little bit. Just doesn't seem to be catching his back foot. And that is a great end to the round. You've got to favour Reece Mould's work. You have to, but Ghaz really toughing it out.
I've got to tell you,
trying to tough it out.
I've got to tell you, man, there's some words that I want to use that I can't use on this commentary stream, but let's put it nicely. He is showing some guts.
He's showing
some guts. He's hanging in there, man. He's been buzzed 3 or 4 times in that round. You know, because when you're a fighter, you know. You see it, and he got buzzed down to the soles of his boots. Ghaz, to his credit, come back. He landed some good shots, but you just feel that Mould is a punch away from ending this.
And you seen him.
Just feel it.
I didn't like the reactions. I didn't like the little balance changes. Too many of them. You're just going to be a sitting target. Eventually, he's going to get there, and he's going to get a wide open look, and it's going to be a clean shot. And I'm not saying Hamid Ghaz is completely out of that, but I need to see something. If I'm his corner man, I'm telling him we need to see something different, or we need to see some work. We need to see it working. Whatever they're telling him in that corner, we need to see some changes. He can't keep shipping shots like this.
No, listen, changes is quite simple, mate. Keep the space, wait for the attacks, wait for Mould to go. He's going to fall in with his shots, then go with your own attacks. Tactically, they've got it wrong here, because they're making him the aggressor, which is the wrong thing to do.
Maybe Hamid Ghaz seen the Lee Wood performance, thought, you know, getting Reece Mould into a firefight, making him work harder early will be the way to get him out down the stretch of the fight. But at the moment, it just looks like it's not going to get him to the stretch of the fight, Spin.
I get you, mate. It's going to be a massive turnaround if Ghaz can do this. But as it stands at the moment, Mould, really the one, he's the successor in there at the moment. It's going to be a massive turnaround. It'll show the character of Ghaz if he can do it. We're not writing him off because we've seen it done before. But as those shots are landing,
the balance of the legs, it just
is it that he's not recovering from the shot still?
I don't know. Oh, that was a good shot though from Mould. I mean from Ghaz, but then Mould lands one instinctively back. They're trading leather here.
Yep, right above us. Here, and you're right. Oh,
and
Mould.
Ghaz is landing that right hand round the side. But what's that effort going to do? Where's that effort going to take him? He just missed with a wide right hook, got caught with a counter to the body for his troubles. They're trading hooks. It's almost as if Ghaz is trying to copy Reece Mould's attacks back to him right now. He seems like he's standing there. Oh.
There's no 12-round game plan here. There's no 10-round game plan here. These guys are rolling the dice, man. That's what they're doing.
Everything's
they're
on the line
giving it.
right
Everything's on the line.
English title, WBA Intercontinental title. They're trading. Reece Mould seems to slightly get.
Yep, Mould's cracking a little bit here as well.
Got caught, but now here comes the shots. What back and forth action we have? Is this the third round?
I'm telling you, Mould now, his shape's changed. He's the one that looks unsteady. The legs have gone a little bit here from Mould.
He's getting backed up for the first time. He's getting really backed up before he was taking the steps first time.
Well, Ghaz.
Oh, and a big left hook lands.
Really don't know what way this is going to go. Short chopping right hand from Ghaz. He's showing some character. Mould is showing character as well. Where's this going to take us, mate? This is insane.
And I think we've saved all the excitement, the back and forth for the last fight for the main event. It's only right. Reece Mould from the red corner, pushing Ghaz back up against the ropes, trying to crack him, but a good body shot after being backed up from Ghaz. Gets round his side, he catches him with the chin.
Mould's legs just went there. It was a flush, short chopping right hand, and he's recovered well. But I'm telling you what, the legs are stiffening here, Sonny.
Better from Hamid Ghaz, especially in the second half of that round there. It looked like for the first time that the physicality weren't just in Reece Mould's favour, and we see that in the Lee Wood fight. We see it start changing. Is this the same?
Mate, that was a massive turnaround there. The crowd are going absolutely wild. Ghaz, just when you thought he was moments away from getting stopped, turn it around, show character, show character. Where is round 4 going to bring us? We really don't know. You know,
we've had Izzy the promoter running around us. Who we've got winning? It's one of those fights.
It's one of those ones.
We haven't got the technology to start putting up some
scores. What we have got is people running around like cats on hot bricks. They're all over the gap. The excitement is absolutely insane. Here we go.
Ringside's getting slightly closer as the chairs are getting dragged closer. I would like to see Reece Mould settle a little bit now. Okay, look, we've tried bombing out straight away. It's not worked. We've been in a position before where we may have punched ourselves out in the hard fight. Hamid Ghaz now, the aggressor, look, physically looks much stronger now.
He's the one that actually looks like he's turning this around.
Physically looks stronger right now.
Mould's having a little moment here where he's starting to feel sorry for himself just a little bit. You're right, Ghaz has got the bit between his teeth.
Oh, and a clean right hand. lands at the edge of range as Ghaz almost jumps in, puts his head down, but finds the target where Reece Mould is not moving his chin. Reece Mould is leaving his chin in that area just outside the pocket.
Yeah, Ghaz is the one that's landing the cleaner shots. He's a split second quicker. Mould is taking a step back. The mouth come open a little bit there. The body language now not looking good from Mould. And Ghaz is sensing this.
Mould looks to get some work off with Ghaz back on the ropes, finds the left hook inside. Another body shot sinks. I'm impressed with Ghaz's response. From those first 2 rounds, they were heavy first 2 rounds.
I've got to admit, mate, I'm impressed with his punch power. For a guy that's 18-0, only 4 KOs, I don't know where this punch power's come from.
He's never really gone past. I think he's gone to 8 rounds once. Most of his record have been 4s and 6 rounders. He had the 10 rounder that ended in 3 against Liam Shinkwin, as we mentioned previously. But Reece Mould, they're standing in the pocket.
This is a great contest. It really is. You just don't know where this is going to go. We're in round 4. Both guys having their successes. Both guys willing to put it all on the line.
Hamid Ghaz walking forward, mouth wide open, walks onto a big right hand from Reece Mould.
Yeah, Mould sucking it up, and again right hand, and Ghaz now is the one that's in trouble. His legs now gone stiff. Sonny Edwards, what way is this going to go? I really don't know.
It's going back and forth, Hamid Ghaz starting to get caught again, but reacting better, in my opinion, than he did in the first couple of rounds. Maybe he's warmed up to the power of Mould.
Yep.
Maybe Mould's danger's gone a little bit with the energy and the effort he's putting in the first few rounds. It's been a tremendous pace spin.
Yeah, it really has, mate. The action really going one way, then the other. What way is it going to finish? Who knows?
I wouldn't want to put my last pound on either right now, Spence. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Definitely not.
Ghaz with the work effort. Look, when they're letting hands go off now, it looks like he's got that bit more spike, Ghaz. That bit more gumption to let the big punch go inside.
Yeah, you just feel that the momentum's just with Ghaz at the moment.
Oh, when he walks onto a big right hand as we say that. Oh, followed by the left. Mould finishing the round stronger. What a fight. People are on their feet in the stands.
Who won that round?
They're clapping. Look, people are up and clapping off their feet.
That is insane. That really is. You know, you're looking around. What way is this going to go? Who won that round? Both guys have got such drawn into that there. Ghaz maybe looked the more dominant of the two, but Mould, he was having his successes too. I've got to tell you, Sonny, I'm not sure where this is going to go, mate. I'm not sure where it's going to end up.
And that's one of those rounds as a judge, as a fan, as a cornerman, that is terribly hard to score. How do you score both fighters landing pretty much with every shot they throw?
I've got this 2 rounds apiece. Mould winning the first 2 quite comfortably. Looked like he was going to get Ghaz out of there, and Ghaz finding that inner strength from somewhere and coming back and winning the next 2. It's insane.
Both fighters getting a warning of the head use there. A bit harsh, I think. I don't think either fighter right now are fighting a dirty fight. They're just trying to get there and get their work out.
Yep, they don't want to hit the final belt. They're both rolling the dice here.
Reece Mould looking to use the ring a little bit more and get closer though. That's interesting. That usually to me suggests that his engine might not be where it was a few rounds ago, and he's looking to edge back, have a little breather, but pick some clean, single, powerful shots.
I think the corner recognised, they've got an experienced corner there, and I think what they've recognised is you're fighting the wrong tactics, and by rolling the dice, Ghaz looks the one that looks the stronger of the 2 in there, but he can't help it, can he?
I feel like it's like he wants to get involved in the fight here, Reece Mould. It's like,
I get it.
both fighters come in tremendous physique, in fantastic condition for tonight's fight.
Yeah,
the WBA
really
top 15 rankings on the line, the English titles on the line, no less.
Yeah, it's a breakthrough fight for both guys here. You know, they've both been around a while, and the winner goes on. Not saying it's over for the loser, but it's a real bit rebuilding process. But the winner gets a great opportunity on this performance.
Again, back and forth. Ghaz lands a solid left hook to the body, gets countered straight away for his troubles. Looks to push back Reece Mould. He's accepted, you know, the backward step right now, Reece Mould. He's accepted the using the ring a little bit more and his range a bit more, and he's probably slowed down the work of Ghaz and having a little bit more success.
Yeah, Ghaz is the one stalking forward, but what I don't like about Mould is that his hands are dropping a little bit. He's there for the counter. Ghaz is quick with that right hand. The counter, he comes in quick, but that was better work there from Mould. Oh, big uppercut there from Ghaz as well.
Followed by the jab as well to finish it. Good left hook. Didn't land completely on the chin, more I think the neck, his throat, but Ghaz still just trying to, anything that land, any target he can hit, he's getting there, and he's just trying to throw heavy at it. Yeah,
he's doing well here. He's just loading up, he's stalking, he's making Mould work when Mould doesn't want to work. What Mould is taking to tactics here, and he's trying to nick breathers in between the attacks. Ghaz has sensed that, and he's pushing. He's trying to make him work. He's trying to take him into the trenches.
Good bent arm shot there for the right arm of Reece Mould. The fighters trading jabs a bit more this round. You can see them both getting to the end, maybe taking a breather. They're getting just before halfway to the fight. They're probably as tired as they've ever been in a boxing ring. They've worked that hard right now. They've both taken big, clean shots both ways.
Yeah, listen, it had to slow, didn't it, after them first 4 rounds. It was still an all-action round, but the pace did slow a little bit again. What way do you go? Ghaz was the one pushing forward. Mould was getting his successes on the outside, landing a couple of good short right hands. I don't even know where to go with that. Is it a level round? You know?
These rounds start getting really hard to score. It's at what point are you favouring the work? Are you favouring the forward pressure from Ghaz? Are you favouring that every time he got there he was pushing his shot out, or are you favouring that Reece Mould maybe managed to make him miss a little bit more?
And nicking the shots on the outside, yeah, it's tough to call, mate.
I don't envy the judge's job today for this fight, especially maybe the last 2 to 3 rounds, because they could be a shutout for Ghaz those last 3 rounds. But does that really tell the story of the fight?
I agree.
It's been so back and forward.
It's great. It's one of those fights,
Seconds
mate.
out to round 6.
Going into round 6.
We're halfway there. We're into the second half of the fight. You could maybe argue Reece Mould 3-2 up, maybe.
Maybe.
But you could definitely make the case for 3-2 down. I think it's one of them.
I've got the 5th round level there. I couldn't really split them. I've got it all level going into the 6th. So fight is all. I think the fight's to be won to lost. You know, whether one guy's up one round or not, whatever happens, this fight is close. That's good work there from Mould.
3-punch combination, touch through the middle.
Yeah.
Chop both sides of the body. Giving Ghaz a lot to think about.
Less coming back from Ghaz. This tactics of Mould boxing, creating the space, letting go with the shots seems to be working for him.
When I think when Mould pops out his work and then adjusts, I think it doesn't give Ghaz that much time to really think about what he's doing.
Yeah,
he's getting there and he's either just throwing straight away or he's having a look. In that time he's having a look, Mould can score and get out before he's even started throwing the punch. And I think Ghaz needs to get maybe his rhythm up a little bit, but as you can imagine, this is his first time ever doing a 10 round if it goes the distance. He's probably starting to now think about where his gas tank might be going.
Yeah, I agree with that. When you've not been there and you've not got that experience, that always does play on your mind. You know, they didn't start this contest out like they wanted to hear that final bell, but now they both seem to have accepted that, slowed the pace. They're more picking the shots, and I know that if one of them lands on the other like that, they'll pick it up, but they're both feeling it a little bit here. It's all about biting down on the gum shield already. Ghaz trying to respond to that 2 shots that he got caught with.
Mould happy to tie up there off the ropes.
Better round this for Mould, I think.
Yeah, since his box settled down a little bit, I think skill set wise, Reece Mould is a far better boxer than he actually shows. I think he comes out with just a search and destroy mission. And then when he gets tired, he gets forced into the defensive fighting.
I like that. You're spot on with that analysis there. That's exactly what it is. Mould, he wants to fight, but actually he can make things a lot easier by doing what he's doing now.
And he's still landing some nice clean counter shots. and probably having the best of every exchange now when he's fighting like this.
This is his clearest round, this, from Mould. He's landing the shots, he's moving, he's not sitting in the pocket, and Ghaz is a little bit slow getting off with his own.
And he's just moving, and as soon as Ghaz plants his feet to let the shot go, he just adjusts back with it, took his feet out, and he weren't nowhere near the swinging right hand. That mouth still open of Ghaz, wide open at times.
Dangerous game to play. Taking a chance of getting broken jaws.
That's the jawbreaker, that one, isn't it? When it's wide open.
It is, mate. It is. Well, that was a clear round there for Reece Mould. Tactically, he got it spot on. Moving on the outside, worked everything behind the jab, switched his attacks to the body. Ghaz was too long getting off with his own shots. He was coming forward, and by the time he threw them, Mould was out of range. So, good round there from Reece Mould. Is that the blueprint to victory here?
Crowd enjoying this main event here. You know, it's 11:30 here at night. You know, it's been a late one. A lot of the fights went the distance. Here's Josh Warrington coming over to the comms, supporting his stablemate Reece Mould.
Yeah,
looking a bit better.
10 seconds.
Looking a bit better that round for Reece Mould.
Yep, well, they look happier in the Mould camp, that's for sure. There's a little spring in his step as he goes out, but this has been tough. This has been really tough. Both guys have had to bite down on their gum shield as early as the second round. We really don't know what way this is going to go. Mould now has changed tactics. That seems to be working for him. Working well on the back foot, but does take a gulp of air there as he goes back. Ghaz had a good shot to the body. Mould pushing out the jab.
And if you're Sean O'Hagan in the corner there, you're simply telling him more of the same.
Yes,
more
please.
of the same. Let him walk onto the shots, and if you see the opening, then go for that fight you so desperately want. And he doesn't need to look for Ghaz. He's in front of him. Most of the time a stationary target. He seems to do his movement outside of range, Ghaz, and then solids up and stays stationary when he gets to the pocket.
Exactly, just takes a little too long to get off his shots. But I tell you what, Sonny, he's having the better start of the round here, Ghaz, because Mould's just allowing him that extra half a step in, allowing him into the pocket, and he's getting off with his shots.
Well, I think he realised he needed to respond after that last round, and I think in the corner they probably seen him get outboxed a little bit. So maybe don't just keep going at that same pace. Take a split second, stay outside that little bit longer. See if you can see anything in him. See if you can see the opening. See if you can see the hesitation. Then go. The last round he was getting to the target and he was throwing. Getting to the target, throwing. And he's starting to do it now there. And then Mould hasn't got to look for him. His chin is right there, unguarded. And then the right hand comes over again. He's right there. He's walking onto it again, right there. And it's changed from the good work that he did in probably the first minute of the round.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's become a bit of a tactical battle, this one now, you know, where they went out there and they just both rolled the dice for the first 4 rounds. Now they're starting to gas a little bit. Tactically, it's starting to come into play. Psychologically, who wants it more? That's what it's going to come down to.
I think Mould's hoping that one of these right hand over the tops just turns the lights off of Ghaz, but I don't know, he's seeming very, very tough, and he seems to be holding these shots much better.
He is.
In the second, since them first couple of rounds. It's like he got maybe hit a bit cold, you know, as fighters do. The danger was very fresh from Reece Mould, but now it's subdued a little bit. He's getting a little bit more tired as the rounds are going off. He's also throwing a little bit less punches, and I think Ghaz is just trying to close the gap and start outworking him here. But when Mould does move his feet, he's spending too much of the round doing this.
Yep,
nothing.
I agree. Mould Ghaz started the round well. Oh, good right hand there from Ghaz again.
But Mould looking a little bit more loose with his movements. A little bit less in control of his fitness right now. There's still a few rounds to go.
Yep, Ghaz may have just nicked this one, but with this good finish, there weren't a lot in it. Going 4-1, 5-1. I don't know.
I'm not going to be surprised to see these scorecards absolutely all over the place.
They could be.
And if it continues like this, dare I say it, commentators curse.
Yeah,
could be a draw. We could be heading here again.
Absolutely. You know, that's where we could be. Because no one's really stamped their authority in this one yet. The action's going one way and the other. Both guys are having their successes. Mould's coming in with some good shots. Now using that movement, using that space, creating the space and getting up for the shots. But Ghaz has got that sense of urgency about him. He's pushing forward. He's never tasted defeat. And he's guy.
And I think Ghaz knows he had a slow start. It doesn't take a boxing genius to know those first 2 rounds were tough.
Yeah, definitely.
But his response, you would see him in the ascendancy right now. You would see it's come from him from probably being behind and probably taking a few of the last rounds.
Well, I've got to be honest, Sonny, I never thought we would see this round. When they started off, I thought there's no way we're getting into the second half of this contest. Credit where credit's due. These guys have toughed it out, man, but what a contest it's been. Nice little double hook there from Ghaz, but then Mould comes back with a lovely 1-2 down the middle as well.
Yeah, and I don't think he was the only one in this venue that didn't think this was going past 4 rounds after the first round, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like the freshness of Mould has gone, and I think maybe some of the spite in his punches.
Yep, he's using all his experience in there at the moment. He's toughing it out, that's for sure.
But that's a good right hand over the top.
That's a lovely right hand.
He turned his shoulder into it. He transferred his body weight, came over the top with it.
Yeah.
And you got the reaction out of Ghaz then. They're the sort of shots that are going to win you the round. And a good right hand through the middle as Ghaz looks to commit coming forward with the attack. That's a good left hook right hand through the middle for Reece Mould. Ghaz follows up with a 4 left hook combination response.
Yeah, this is good work, both
good
guys.
Right hand for Hamid Ghaz comes straight over the top.
Mate, where did we go with this round again?
I've stopped scoring, I've left it to you.
This is so tough, man. This is really tough. Both guys are really putting it on the line. What a contest. It's going to be interesting to see or get the views of some of the people at ringside. Ghaz took a risk there, leaning back. Left himself open, but wasn't made to pay the price. Like I know, you're right in what you say there. There's a fragile look starting to look around Mould at the moment. The legs are looking slightly unsteady, and the fluidity's not quite there.
I think you could just see physically, Ghaz at this point is probably the stronger man.
Yeah, well, let's get the views of former world champion at ringside.
How do you see this fight? Obviously, you're going to feel a bit biased, but
yeah, I'm going to be a bit biased. I'll probably give it last round to Ghaz. It's made me a bit forced to work a little bit more, but I've got Reece a few up, to be honest with you. Obviously, it started very fast. Reece clearly won the second. Hamid side come back in the third, but then when Reece started boxing and using straight shots and going on the back foot, I think he's dominated it since. Obviously, Ghaz is just trying to walk Reece down, but when Reece uses boxing, it's easy.
If you were in that corner right now, what are you telling Reece?
I'd be just telling him to look for the counters as Hamid comes, try to time the counters and just catch on one of them and keep on.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Right, let's get back into the ring.
I've just got a message from a fighter.
Seconds out, round 9.
Go on.
Levi Kinciona says he would love the winner of this fight. I mean, that might be another great local fight.
Well, there you
going
go.
forward, 9-2, Levi Kinciona.
Who's he got winning?
And let me ask you.
Who's
got winning, Levi? I don't even send him a message. He should be watching.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
should come through.
He should be watching, but yeah, if he's watching, let's see what he says. Interesting one. Very, very close. I've got maybe Mould 1 up now.
Maybe 1 up, but if he doesn't win these last 2 rounds, I think he could definitely swing in Ghaz's favour.
Well, listen, it could be in Ghaz's favour anyway. You know, there's been great work from both guys here. This is one of those subjective scoring. What you go for, what you like. Do you like the aggressor? Do you like the guy that's picking the shots on the outside? You know, the action swung one way, the other. Both guys have been hurt. Both guys are bit down on their gum shield. Both guys have showed incredible heart, grit, strength, determination, all of it. All the boxes have been ticked.
Mould using his savvy there. When the boxes come together, he turns.
Whoa.
Ghaz pushed him back on the rope.
Good right hand there from Mould again, though. Sent the sweat spraying from Ghaz's head.
Little more of a feint, little more of a look now from Reece, trying to touch the stomach. It's almost like he's trying to slow the pace now. It's almost like he's trying to slow the pace down with his move.
Yeah,
Ghaz is letting him.
Yeah, he's allowing him the space. See, that's where that's where Reece is using that experience. Picks a shot and then away.
But I hope that the Mould corner don't think they're too far up here, because I genuinely think it's a close fight. I think the early start and maybe a few of the boxing rounds, you know, you'd be forgiven thinking, oh yeah, we've got this, we're in the ascendancy. But these last 2 rounds could be really important.
I believe that. I think the fight is won and lost on these last 2 rounds. And I've got to say, Mould's having a good round here. He's boxing well, he's picked the shots, and Ghaz has just taken his foot off the gas a little bit, stalking forward.
He's cut. Ghaz's cut's wide open. That is bad. That is really bad. I don't know if you can see it on your broadcast. On his right eye, the eyelid looks split completely wide open.
I think that was a bad clash of heads.
That looks really bad. I don't know if this fight is going to see the final bell, and it may be not because of the knockout we thought was coming, but that cut, he's blinking, he's wiping it, he's dabbing it. I know he's probably just trying to clear the blood out of his eye. It doesn't look like it's bothering him, but at the same time, a 9th round in a hard fight, a very close title fight, that cut opening up at this time isn't the best thing.
No, I totally agree. And you know what? That gives the opponent energy, a refound energy. You know, when you see you've cut your opponent, it gives you a little inner strength. And maybe Reece Mould will get that, and maybe he needs that. You know, Ghaz is pushing forward. The cut is bad. I don't think, you know, Sonny, that the referee's going to stop it at this late stage, you know.
You never know, because that's a bad cut.
It was a bad cut, mate. And
that's a bad cut. That could open up far worse. Far worse. Get a zoom up on his cut. No, we're in the wrong corner there. Can we switch to...
Yeah.
We're zooming in right now. We're trying to get the angle of it.
Well, we're on the wrong side, unfortunately. You can't get the angle, but we've only got 1 round to go. 1 round to go. Is that going to be enough? Will Ghaz be able to hang on? I've got Reece Mould 2 up going into the last round.
Reece Mould 2 up. That's Spencer Oliver with that unofficial as they can be in this fight.
I'm telling you, mate, I could be so wrong on this.
I'm having to remind myself to commentate. I'm enjoying the fight so much.
Yeah, let's just see.
Corners, 10 seconds.
And Hamid Ghaz comes
Seconds
up.
out
Can we see?
And final
Can we
round.
see the work they've done in that corner, in the cut in the corner?
Yeah.
There's a lot of Vaseline, but that eye looks open. That cut
It
looks
does.
open.
It looks bad, mate. Looks bad.
The ref has left all the Vaseline on there.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like
mate,
that. We're small.
Come on, let's see the final bell, man. These guys have put it on the line. Just ask Josh Warrington, what way have you got it? He's got Mould 3 up. I've got Mould 2 up.
That's that 10-10 round then. That's the difference.
That's
on your
it,
two
mate.
scorecards.
That's it. I'm getting splinters, mate, sitting on the fence. Oh, both guys going for it. What? Well, listen, whatever happens here, whatever the outcome, both guys take a bow. Salute yourselves, because it's been incredible.
Traded there. We've just had the official prediction from Levi Kinciona. Thinks Reece Mould is just ahead. Thinks he's slowing down. Thinks Ghaz is in the ascendancy, but thinks Mould is just edging out, mirroring the thoughts of yourself and Josh Warrington. Oh, a great right hand. Reece Mould lands, followed up by the stiff lead jab. And then he circles back round the ring, backs up to the ropes, takes the centre again. Good ring IQ. At the right times, when Reece Mould's really needed to get himself out of trouble, I feel like he's done that tonight.
He certainly has. He's used his experience there. Ghaz is pushing forward, a little bit of snap. Seems to have gone out of his shots, but the heart and the grit and the determination hasn't gone.
The cut's wide open.
He has, and Ghaz pushing forward. One last onslaught, he's trying. Mould takes a big gulp of air.
Traded shots there, traded backhands on the ropes. Ghaz still pushing forward. What a tremendous effort and show of determination, grit, heart, toughness.
All of it.
But unfortunately for maybe me and maybe you as well, it maybe not be enough.
No, Mould doing a good job in this round as well. Good right hand there though from Ghaz, but Mould the one for me, doing the cleaner work. What an incredible battle this one has been.
A good left hook on the way out. Ghaz get caught with his chin in the air.
Yep, the feet are just a little bit slow now from Ghaz. He's throwing his shots, but his feet are just staying out of range. It's allowing the space for Mould. Mould sensing it.
Another right hand. We're into the last 40, 30 seconds of the fight.
Yeah.
A hard-fought English title and WBA Intercontinental title fight between Reece Mould. We're drawing to the close. Ghaz is still putting the pressure on Mould. He's twinkle-toesing round the ring now. He thinks he's won. He thinks it's in the bag. Ghaz ships a big right hand on the left side of the face of Reece Mould. What a fantastic fight as we enter the last 10.
Incredible. Both guys would have heard that 10 clacker. Ghaz goes for it. Mould goes on the back foot. He thinks he's got it in the bag. Has he done enough?
What a fight. And the crowd are on their feet.
Yeah, what an incredible fight. I've got Reece Mould winning that one by 3 rounds. Credit where credit's due. Ghaz, give it everything. Cut badly in the 9th. Come back. Kept pushing right to the final bell. Reece Mould was the one that tactically changed it up from about the 6th round. He recognised that standing there, sitting there, rolling the dice like that was maybe the wrong tactic. Could have got himself knocked out, and the game plan worked. He worked well behind the jab, the space was there. Ghaz was a little bit slow on getting off of the shots. I think Mould's done enough.
I feel like that's mirrored by the comments I'm quickly seeing coming in through my phone. I think a lot of people have Mould that little bit ahead. Started really bright those first couple of rounds, but had to get through some moments of adversity himself. Rounds 3, rounds 4, maybe even rounds 5. We was favouring some of Ghaz's work there. He looked stronger. He looked physically more of a presence in the ring. But when Mould started using his feet, when he was read the right act in the corner, probably on more than one occasion.
Absolutely, mate. You know, I think Mould used his experience at that top level, at the higher level. You know, he's campaigned. You look through the record, it was more of a coming-of-age fight for Ghaz. Mould has come of age before, and I think he's done enough to win that one in a tough, close contest. Subjective scoring, I'm sure, but I think down the backstretch was where Mould run away with it.
Yeah, definitely. I think Ghaz, I want to take a second to commend the effort. He'd never been to 10 rounds before. I think he's done an 8-rounder once. He took a great fight against Reece Mould. And let's not get carried away. This might end up in his favour. We have no idea how the judges have seen
Absolutely.
this.
Listen,
it was that sort of fight.
I've seen worse results. Don't worry about that.
Because of how the rounds went, the back and forth, the back and forth, the back and forth.
Yep.
You give a judge 10 seconds to write 2 numbers down. In that fight, it's very hard. It's very hard.
I totally agree.
And what do you favour? Because, you know, if we go to, well, we like pressure. I know I've lost rounds in fights. And we say, oh, it must have been the pressure.
Absolutely.
Well, there was a lot of pressure there from Ghaz. Sometimes non-stop pressure. Sometimes he was landing just as much.
Well, I think we're going to get the final official decision coming up right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, GBM Sports called this bout the Battle of Yorkshire. These 2 Yorkshire warriors have done us all proud. Let's hear it for both boxers.
Izzy loves it, doesn't he?
Look at him. Look at him up there.
After 10 incredible rounds of action, we go to our judges' scorecards. We have a unanimous decision. Howard Foster scores the contest 97 points to 94 points.
Exactly what I've
Michael
got.
Alexander and Phil Edwards both score the contest 96 points to 94 points.
Very close.
Yep.
All 3 judges scoring the bout in favour of your winner and the new English and WBA Continental Europe Lightweight Champion from Doncaster, Reece Mould!
You can see how much that means to Reece Mould.